You know, it's, as you mentioned, I've been in this industry 59 years. My first convention was in 1969. So that means that I've been at 14 of these 55 conventions that the International had. And in those 14 conventions, I've seen everyone from the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan, who spoke at our convention in 1983, speakers like Jimmy Herman and others that were just dynamic. But I have to say to you, Dennis, that this has been one of the most impressive conventions that I've ever been to, that I've ever seen, and I think you and the staff are entitled to a wonderful, wonderful hand, because y'all have done one hell of a job putting this together, and we could not be more proud than that. Stevie, I'm gonna tell you something. I've heard a lot of speeches this last week, very instrumental and all, but you touched me when you threw your speech aside and talked about respect. Because that's what it's all about, respect. And you, one man, have had my respect from the first day I ever met you. Because respect is not something that you demand, it's something that you earn. And we have to understand that in our industry, that if we're gonna be respect as a union, we gotta earn it. It's not gonna be given to us because we pay union dues. It's not gonna be given to us because we belong to a particular local. We gotta earn that respect. Now, we've got a great, great contract that was negotiated on behalf of each and every one of us by our illustrious president and his son and the rest of the negotiating committee. But you know what? One of the hardest jobs of a union official is making a commitment that you got to count on somebody else to carry out. You know, my word is my bond, and so when I give my word, I want to make sure I carry it out. But sometimes you give your word and you have to depend on other people to carry it out. Well, we got a contract that's second to none. We've got wages and benefits and holidays and vacations. But you know what? What did we give up for that? The only thing we gave up was that we made a commitment that we would supply qualified labor when needed. And we're not doing that. Not yet. A lot of us are, but a lot of us are not. We're not living up to that commitment that we made in order to get those great benefits. And I'm asking you today that you got to do your part, because it's up to you, you guys here and the guys you represent at home, to help carry out and to back up the word of Harold Daggett and his team when they told management that we would do these things to get the wonderful contract that we have. But you know, everybody in this room doesn't enjoy that wonderful contract. Over half of this room doesn't work automation. Over half of this room works general cargo at a lot less rate than the master contract. And in fact, a lot of us in this room work for carriers that we don't even have a contract with. Any cruise ship that we work, we have no contract with. Any green fruit, bananas, watermelons, or whatever we work, we don't have a contract with. We only have a contract with the stevedore. So the only way that we can keep that work is we've got to be the best game in town. We've got to do our job. We've got to stand up and be counted. And as leaders in this room, you're going to have to stand up and be counted. Because I know for a fact, when I sit in the district office with Alan Robb and Bill Williams and the rest of the guys in the office, and we talk and we hear the complaints, we've got a drug problem. Let's face it, we got a drug problem. We've got some people in our industry that are on drugs, and we've got people trying to protect them. We no longer can protect them. I'm gonna tell you something. My father always told me, you can't make wrong right. If somebody's wrong, he's wrong, and you can't make him right. Now, we've got the greatest healthcare plan in the world. We've got a drug program in there, and we can help anybody that needs help. And when the drug program was put into effect, it was not to hurt people, it was to help them. It wasn't to get rid of someone, it was to get him help in case he needed it. We need to educate our members on what unionism is about. It's about taking care of the jobs that we've been so blessed to have and the monies that we make to feed our families. Everything we have up here, we owe it to the ILA. But the ILA is only as strong as each and every one of you guys in the audience and the people you represent at home. And unless you stand up to them and make them do their job, then we're never going to win this war. I mean, I heard this great slogan, ILA strong, world power. That's wonderful. Best thing I ever heard. But it's no good unless we do it. It's no good unless we participate in it. You know the old saying, words are nothing. It's action that matters. It's action. So tell me, are y'all going to act? So I'm asking you, because I know y'all all hungry just like I am. So I'm going to close with one thing. Today, when you get up and shave, and ladies, when you put on your makeup or whatever it is you do to get ready in the morning, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to ask yourself a question. Am I doing everything I can do to make the ILA better? Am I doing everything I can do to make the ILA strong? Am I doing everything I can do to make world power? Am I doing everything I can do that says, hey, I belong here, I deserve to be here, I'm earning the money I'm getting paid, and I will do better? If you're not doing that, I suggest you do one of two things. You either go to work to get to that point or find another job. God bless you. Thank you. God bless America. God bless this great union.
Stay here for a second, right? Stay here for a second.